bought 2 pops for $6. That's highway robbery. I remember when they were $1. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're on a little earlier tonight than we normally are. Well, the last one when I was half in bed and half asleep, but now I'm not asleep.
And she's not in bed.
But
I'm in her bed. All right.
This one is, first one is called Devil's Knot.
Might be backwards. We still haven't figured that out. If you have any pointers, help us.
I keep trying to fix it with all the things that YouTube says to do, and it still comes out backwards. I'm very sorry, guys. And you can't see, so maybe twiddle it down just a little bit.
I'm gonna look at my phone.
And I think this is the writing on the back is really little.
Plus, my brain doesn't like black and white patterns.
She has seizures, guys. That's what she means.
Well, it just makes me dizzy with the patterns. That won't give me seizures, but strobe lights give me seizures. But anyway, Devil's Knot summary.
If you don't know me, I'm Carolyn, and this is my life, and these are my bookshelves, and I just share with you guys stuff that I've read, stuff that I picked up, stuff that people give me because they know that I like to talk about books. And some of these I find at the library through my Libby app, and I eventually do end up reading them. But I haven't gotten to this one yet, so Mindy's gonna give us the summary of what it is.
Okay, Devil's Knot: The True Story of the West Memphis Three by Mara Leverett is a 2002 true crime book that investigates the 1993 murders of 3 young boys in West Memphis, Arkansas.
Oh, it's a true crime.
And it's in Arkansas, not Tennessee. Okay, where'd it go? Shrimp. Okay, and the controversial conviction of 3 teenage... Okay, I already said that. Hold on, let me go back to
I think I remember this case from a while ago.
Yeah, controversial conviction of 3 teenage boys, the West Memphis Three, for the crime. Leverett argues the teenagers were wrongly convicted due to a witch hunt atmosphere, lack of physical evidence, and reliance on their outsider status and interest in the occult. Likening. Sorry, guys. The case to the Salem witch trials. The book details the flawed investigation, the trials, and the subsequent fight for their release, which occurred in 2011.
So if you're looking for a piece of nonfiction, this might be something to get into. I haven't read any nonfiction by this author. I can't think of her name. The nonfiction I really like is usually, I can't remember. There's somebody that writes a ton of nonfiction that I love. I'll have to look it up in a minute. This next one I think is a horror book.
I'm trying to find it. Oh, I found it. Okay.
Oh, and it's got a Christian slant to it.
The Christian futuristic thriller, it says. Let me get to the summary. Description. A Christian book which critics are favorably comparing with the Left Behind series. When down on his luck, reporter Andy Moore stumbles on the story of his career. He quickly realizes that what everyone believes to be a visitation from another world is in fact a fulfillment of the book of Revelation. Rather than the much anticipated contact with another civilization, it is the beginning of the end. The thrilling page turner will keep readers enthralled from cover to cover. This fantastic adventure's only limits are the limits of your imagination. Comes the End is a must for lovers of Christian adventure.
I wonder if that's like that podcast series that's on Audible right now. Isn't that called?
Don't ask me. I don't know.
Look, ask ChatGPT. Is that comparable to the series that's on Audible right now that's about the Bible? Because I think it is.
Is the book Comes the End comparable to the Christian... What?
The Christian...
series on Audible?
With Kerry Washington. Hold on, it's thinking. I don't know why it's taking so long to think. Usually it doesn't think that long.
Oh.
Maybe you have too many windows.
Well, no, there's a question mark after Christian, so let's move that. Maybe that'll help.
Sorry guys, I don't know why ChatGPT is being so weird. But I swear, there's a...
I don't know why it's taking a long time.
Maybe exit out the app and reopen it again. Because normally it just like spits out an answer.
Is the book Comes the End comparable to the series on Audible with Kerry Washington? Question mark. Finally. Not really. They're pretty different types of stories. The book you're talking about, this one, wait, you likely mean Death Comes at... Some people shorten it for... Is this not Death Comes at the End?
No.
The book I'm referring to is Comes the End by William Creed. Aha, okay, that helps a lot because Comes the End is very different from what I originally thought. What Comes the End is actually, okay, the Christian sci-fi book. Okay, it's often compared to the Left Behind style stories, just with a sci-fi twist. Aliens instead of strictly religious events. So it's compared to the Left Behind styles. Compared to Audible series with Kerry Washington, now comparing that to something like the Kerry Washington's Audible projects, not very comparable. Here's the real breakdown. They break it all down.
Yeah, well, read it to us a little bit.
Oh, I got it. Let me go back to it. Let's see.
Because I really like that Kerry Washington series thing. I've listened to almost all of it.
Well, it has like a little, let me see if it breaks it down because it has a little. Okay, well, it has like a chart that tells you comes in, so the core genre, sorry, is Christian sci-fi apocalypse, and then the Kerry Washington is modern audio drama. Okay, the story style for the Comes the End is plot driven, message heavy, and for Kerry Washington, it's character driven, emotional. The themes comes the end. This book is faith, end times, and prophecy. And Kerry Washington is relationship, suspense, and identity. And then the last thing it says shrimp.
But it's like the Kerry Washington thing is based on the Bible thing.
Tone, serious, sometimes preachy. The other one is cinematic, immersive. It says where they might overlap, both can have suspense and tension. Both explore what if the world changes suddenly. Biggest difference, this is key, it says, comes the end. It's idea driven plus religious themes. Audible series is performance driven and storytelling experience. The Audible one feels like a TV show in your ears. This book feels more like a message driven novel with sci fi elements.
But is it about Christianity, the Kerry Washington one, or not?
Oh. Is the Kerry Washington about Christianity?
Or am I like wrong in assuming that?
See. Kinda, but not in the same way as a Christian book like comes to the end.
How would they describe the plot of the
Kerry Washington's Audible series? It does include biblical inspiration. For example, the prophecy is a modern reimaging of Bible stories like Virgin Mary, Daniel and the lion's den, Jonah and the whale. But important difference, it's not a traditional Christian or preachy story. It's more like sci-fi plus mystery, survival drama. What if biblical themes happen today? Question mark.
So yeah, but I really did like the Kerry Washington series on Audible. So if you guys are bored and need something to listen to, check that out. I don't think that this here would be my vibe, but I remember everybody when I was a kid reading like stuff like this from the Taken series or whatever it was. I don't even remember if it Taken or Awaken or what.
I don't know.
I don't know. I remember everybody being into that book though.
I'm looking at the next one. Sorry, guys. I might be a little more tired than usual. I upped my medication. I've been on for many years. Okay, let me find the summary. It's probably on the back.
This is a horror book, and it's a relatively recent and short horror story, but I don't remember what it's about right now.
Got it. Dr. I don't know if her name's Therese. Blake is a homebody archaeologist devoted to the history of planet Earth. But when her sister Lissy makes a stunning discovery near an abandoned colony on a distant exoplanet, the sisters team up to discover its secrets. Eerie, luminescent images cover the walls of an underground cavern. The glass garden looks like a payday to Lissy, who's been struggling to turn a profit to keep her salvage crew fed and paid. Therese, I think that's her name, however, insists on careful academic procedure. She can't figure it out. Is the anomaly an artificial creation or a living organism? As the anomaly's mystery draws the sisters into an obsessive orbit, it turns out neither greed nor science can offer protection from its relentless gravity.
If you want to read that book, I would check it out.
It's on
It
our
sounds
bingo.
kind of like the book. What was that book that I can't even remember the book that I read last week from the library that had kind of a similar vibe. I don't know. I'll think about it if I come back to it. Clearly, it wasn't very impactful if I can't even remember what it was.
Could have been. We're old. We forget things. So that's that book.
The next one is The Fifth Wave, which is a post-apocalyptic.
I saw this movie, I think.
And I remember seeing the movie because didn't the movie come out around the time that all like
I don't know when it came out. I can look.
Like around Divergent, like 2010 or something.
Hey Siri, when did the book The Fifth Wave come? No, sure. Hey Siri, when did the movie The Fifth Wave come out? January 22nd, 2016.
Oh shoot, I was thinking 2010s, but maybe
we're older.
Maybe
we don't look our age, but we are older.
But The Fifth Wave is a post-apocalyptic story, I think.
I can read it.
Yes.
The Fifth Wave is a young adult science fiction novel by Rick Yancey. That's him.
Yep.
The first in a trilogy about a teenage girl named Cassie Sullivan surviving an alien invasion that has decimated Earth's population through 4 devastating waves of attacks, with the 5th wave forcing her to question who to trust as she tries to rescue her brother.
Oh yeah, that's right. I thought it was post-apocalyptic, but it's not really.
The story follows Cassie as she navigates a post-apocalyptic world where the aliens known as the Others look human, and she must choose between hope and despair, trust and isolation to survive. The book was published in 2013 and later adapted into a major motion picture.
I remember everybody being crazy about the books, but I never read the book. I just saw the movie.
Tap, tap, tap. Let me turn off the sound.
This next book is I have not read this book, but I love the TV series. It's on the BBC. It's called Vera. It's like a murder mystery series, and she's like the head detective.
Okay, let's see what this says. That's about the author, but I want to see about the book. Telling Tales summary. Did you read this book?
I've not read the book, but I probably have seen the episode that's based on. Velvet is
I
snoring.
know I'm looking at her. Funny. Okay. Is this the right one?
By Anne
Should
Cleese.
be.
I think so.
A young woman's murder 10 years ago stirs up old memories and secrets in a small village as Inspector Vera Stanhope reopens the case and uncovers a web of deceit and guilt that threatens to unravel the community.
Yes.
Okay.
And Vera is like, remember Columbo when we were kids?
I never watched it, but I've heard of it.
Or like kind of a Columbo mystery, or
I never really watched Columbo. I think.
Or did you ever watch the Inspector Perot on TV?
No, but I watched Inspector Gadget. No.
No. Well, the difference between her house and mine, I think you had cable when you were a kid. I had never had cable.
Were they? Not at my dad's, but my mom's we did. Yeah.
I had like PBS, and that's what we had for TV for.
But now she has
until
cable.
I was like
I don't have cable now. She got cable
or something.
She got a big TV on her wall. Anyways.
But yeah, if you want to check out it, it's kind of a police procedural. Very similar to Agatha Christie's Perot.
I don't know. She's speaking some language.
If you're interested in that.
Sorry, guys. I'm just looking.
She's fascinated by her new watch. It's the 4th watch she's gotten in like 5 days, I swear.
Yeah.
So she's
it's
very
a Hello Kitty watch, but I took off the Hello Kitty.
So she's very like all the time.
Just seeing if it works better. That's all. Anyways,
if you're wondering what she's doing, she's very.
I'm just checking it
flippy.
out.
Now this is the second one in the.
You have a few more over here.
Robot series.
Should we just put them all?
Oh, this is the Wild Robot series that is available on my page. They did turn it into a major motion picture.
Wild Robot Escapes and Wild Robot Protects. So I've got this Protects one first.
That's the 3rd one in the series.
Oh,
I would go with Wild Robot because of that.
Where's the first one?
But Wild Robot, the Wild Robot is the first one.
Oh, the second one is Escapes?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm selling these all as a completed set. On my page.
The Wild Robot summary.
And it's about this robot that opens her eyes for the first time and finds herself in a forest and has to make friends with the forest creatures and figure out what's going on. And it's a really good story for like younger people. But I'm gonna let Mindy read it because I don't know what age range they say is supposed to be interested in this book.
Can a robot survive in the wilderness? Okay, when robot Roz opens her eyes for the first time, she discovers that she is all alone on a remote wild island. She has no idea how she got there or what her purpose is, but she knows she needs to survive. After battling a violent storm and escaping a vicious bear attack, she realizes that her only hope for survival is to adapt to her surroundings and learn from the island's unwelcoming animal inhabitants. As Roz slowly befriends the animals, the island starts to feel like home. Until one day, the robot's mysterious past comes back to haunt her. From best-selling and award-winning author and illustrator Peter Brown comes a heartwarming and action-packed novel about what happens when nature and technology collide.
And these books have like wonderful. I'm gonna see if Mindy can show you in a minute here, but like there's pictures inside some of the things. I like looking at the pictures. It's really cool.
One picture. Look at him. What the heck is he doing?
I don't know, but I liked the little illustration style.
I'll look up the next one.
if you want to read this series, I think I have it on my page on Pango.
I believe so. We'll have to double check.
For like $15, the whole thing, I think. Hello, whoever just joined us. Thank you for joining. We're talking about the Wild Robot series right now, which I have all 3 in the trilogy.
There's a second one
on my Pango right now.
This is the second book, the Wild Robot series. Okay. Shipwrecked on a remote wild island, robot Roz learned from the unwelcoming animal inhabitants and adapted to her surroundings. But can she survive the challenges of the civilized world and find her way home to Bright Bill and the Island? From best-selling and award-winning author and illustrator Peter Brown.
And I have the conclusion to this series too. I'm not gonna bother you with telling you about what the conclusion is because I want you guys to read the series. I found the series to be very captivating and fun, and even for as old as I am, I really liked it.
They sound cute. They're gonna make a movie or show?
No, there was a movie of the first.
Oh, there was.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the Wild Robot Protects.
You didn't see it at your school with your students.
My students don't read. Well, the ones I hang out with don't read.
No, like the movie.
No, never saw the movie. Nope, I never even heard of it. What I hear? No, I don't think so. Okay, so let me read you about this one. Wild Robot Protects is a third book in Peter Brown's The Wild Robot series, following The Wild Robot, which we already talked about, and The Wild Robot Escapes, which we already talked about that too. And that was published in 2023. In this installment, Roz the robot must journey across the ocean to stop a poison tide that is threatening her island home and its inhabitants. Encountering new marine life and facing challenges in the ocean to save her family and friends. The book continues the series' themes of adventure, nature, and found family, with Roz undertaking a quest to find a wise ancient shark who might hold the key to stopping the toxic waters.
Yeah, if you guys are interested, I think the series is well worth your time. It's a fun read. It's not anything serious, and it's just kind of great sometimes to find those stories that are like captivating and like want you to read about found family and friendships and finding yourself. I thought it was cool. Look at, she's fussing with her watch.
I'm seeing if I move it, if the steps go up. I don't want that to happen. Just worry about yourself.
Worry about yourself.
That's what the little girl says. Okay, so those are those books. Let's scoot these books over so we don't redo them.
The next one is, I think it's a
Feed Them Silence, it says. You read this one?
I think I read it a couple weeks ago. It's been a couple weeks since you've been here, I think.
Yep. Today's Friday. I don't usually come on to hang out Friday, but I did this time and tomorrow. So I'll be here tonight and tomorrow night.
So you get to see our faces twice.
Yep. Maybe more than that if we go live at wherever we go. Okay, Feed Them Silence by Lee Mandelo is a near-future science fiction novella. What's a novella? Like a novel?
It's a short.
I think I asked you this last time.
Shorter version of a book.
About a neuroscientist, Dr. Sean Kaluden, who develops a neurological interface to link her mind with a wild wolf's to understand the species before extinction. I should watch a movie kind of like this.
Oh, the Hoppers movie.
Yeah, Hoppers. That was cute. The experiment blurs the lines between human and animal, research and exploitation, and the protagonist's obsession with the wolf strains, her marriage and personal life, exploring themes of intimacy, environmentalism, and the cost of connection.
I found this book to be very good, but I didn't retain very much of it, but I thought it was a good time while reading it.
It's a short book, huh?
Yeah. I read it in like 2 afternoons because I'm a very slow reader when I have to read, like, just by myself with my eyeballs.
Trying to look up the next book, guys.
But it was nice not to have a big, heavy book.
Did you use it as on audio or just in here?
What?
This book, did you have it on audio too?
No, I just read it with my eyeballs.
You read with your eyeballs.
Which
Did it retain much?
It took me forever.
Holy moly, it's slow writing. It's a nice book.
I didn't retain very much. Well, because I have troubles, but
yeah, I got troubles too. Small print, but it looks like a nice book.
Small print. Gave me a headache when that was finished. Probably because the font size is like smaller.
Trying to find it. I guess there's a series of these books.
Yes.
The next one.
I don't remember which one in the series we have, but.
Oh, here we go. In order. This is the brown. Which one's this? Oh, shrimp.
But you have to type in the title.
I did type in H.I.V.E. book by Mark Walden, but I have to type in the Higher Institute probably. The Higher Institute H.I.V.E. of Villainous Education. There we go. Okay. Let me click on it. It's the next book.
What's this one about? I have not read this. I just got it because the cover looked nice.
Let me see. That says okay. Let me see. I'm trying to find the. This is about the author.
Ask it for a synopsis.
Okay, that's very short. Synopsis is probably short, huh? Overview. This book, H.I.V.E., the Higher Institute of Villainous Education, is a top secret school inside an active volcano. The school, part of GLOVE, the Global League of Villainous Enterprises, was built to train children to become criminal masterminds.
You know what this reminds me of? Minions. Because the one guy is like, I don't know why that popped into my head. You can tell I babysat a lot during the time that Minions came out.
Every time I look like a Twinkie,
and one of my nephews was obsessed with Minions. So I must have watched it like 27 times. She's just asleep.
I know, but I was like, oh shit, shrimp.
You're gonna get us demonetized.
Shrimp, I said. Shrimp. Okay. Try to look at the next book. I don't know where the next book is. This is about the author. I'm trying to find about the book. Oh, it's right here. No, I don't know where it is. Shrimp.
She's just dreaming.
I guess her eyes are fluttering. Look at her.
She's just dreaming.
No, but it looks scary. I don't know. I'm gonna put a blindfold on you. Okay, Okay, so that's that book. We got the next one. Okay, did you read this one?
I don't think I did, but I think we picked it because the cover was pink.
Probably. I don't remember where you got it from. I'm trying to look up like a summary. There's a summary, but then it cuts it off, and when I click on it, it's not coming back. I guess we could try.
What does it say?
Well, this is all it says. 16-year-old Rio Jones relocates from New York to a Southern California private school where she joins an exclusive cliche? No, click, led by Christy. And then it says navigating, and then it doesn't say anything else. I have to see if I can go. Let me go back. Let go.
So I'm guessing it's kind of like a Mean Girls premise.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Let's read this one. Being the new girl is tough. Just ask 16-year-old Rio Jones, a New York transplant. Rio has no clue that she's going to fit in at her fancy new private school in Southern California. Plus, being late, overdressed, and named after a Duran Duran song doesn't make the first day any easier. Then Rio meets Christy, beautiful, rich, and a cheerleader. Christy is the queen bee of Newport Beach, and she isn't friends with just anyone. So Rio is thrilled when she's invited to be part of the most exclusive popular clique.
Mm-hmm.
At first, Rio is having a great time, but as she becomes more immersed in the jet set crowd, she discovers an unwritten rule that her new friends forgot to mention. Don't cross Christy in Allison Noel's Art, Geeks, and Prom Queens.
So if you have a teenager or a tween that's obsessed with like the movie Mean Girls, maybe get them that. I always suggest for people when you're trying to get them into reading, find out what kind of stuff they like to watch on TV and find books that match that vibe or feeling. That's usually the way to like go. Or if you have a kid that's very into like Pokemon or pirates or something, you gotta get them books themed around the thing that they're already interested in, because they're more likely to read it. Because if you just come up to people and say reading is a fantastic thing, you're gonna look like that never worked for me to get me into reading, and I had a hard time trying to read stuff when I was a kid, so I was always looking for something
I
that
can never remember what I read because my brain will always go other places. But as I've gotten older, I've learned to, if my brain starts to wander, I have to reread it.
What's this next one?
The Lost Testament.
Another Bible book, I'm thinking? I don't know.
We shall find out. It says a discovery worth killing for, so I don't know. Just leave this right here. Okay.
I know you guys can't really see it. You have to hold it up a little bit.
Okay, description. Make sure we got the right book. Okay. A single sheet of parchment with the power to bring down an emperor and raise an empire. For 17 centuries, the scroll lay hidden away in the vast Vatican archives, guarded by a select ruthless few who knew of its destructive potential and would swiftly kill to contain its secrets. When the parchment mysteriously turns up in the stall of a murdered Cairo market trader, authorities contact the British for assistance in identifying the document. Police detective Chris Bronson and historian Angela Lewis arrive in Egypt.
Maybe I'm wrong. Cairo is a place.
Murder of a murder Cairo market trader. It's Cairo.
Cairo. It's a place.
Police detective Chris Bronson and historian Angela Lewis arrive in Egypt to take on the case, but quickly find themselves as targets, pursued by assassins. Stalked across North Africa and Europe, Chris and Angela must decipher the parchment's tantalizing message before their time runs out.
This reminds me of that movie with what is it called? It was movies with Tom Hanks. From a long time ago.
You don't know the name of it?
We'll Google it.
Tom Hanks.
Just put Tom Hanks Bible movie and see what comes
Tom Hanks Bible movie. The Da Vinci Code?
Yeah,
that was a Bible movie?
That reminds me of the Da Vinci Code books.
I never saw the movie.
They were pretty good. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you like pick up any of these books from your free little library or the library in general, or if somebody just had a free box of books, are you the type of person that will grab them? Because I am, because I'm always curious to see what kind of covers these are.
Book number 2. I'm looking for the next one.
I think we have the first one.
Where? That says 2, number 2. Says number 2. All right, next book. Emily Rodda's Ravenhill Mysteries, number 2. Do we have a first one?
No.
The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
This is like a Goosebumps kind of story, maybe.
That's not it. Is it the same kind of book? It's the same.
No.
It's the same story. It's the same title, same author.
Maybe it just maybe they reprinted the cover or something. Maybe it's.
I'll just have to read the back of the book. When Sid Foy asks the help for hire crew to pitch in his magic shop, Tom is thrilled. What better way to learn the tricks of Sid's trade? Everybody else on the team is not so sure. They want to help out a guy whose only friend is a noisy puppet named Jacko. But before long...
Ooh, this reminds me of the Goosebumps books.
I like the Goosebumps movies. Tom wonders if they should be helping out anyone at all, now that a terrifying criminal is prowling the streets of Ravenhill. No one is safe from the brutal hand of the Gripper, not even Tom's own family.
So if you have an elementary school reader, like later elementary, like 4th grade, 2nd grade, I was really into these when I was a kid. We used to go to the mall to go to the bookstore, and like I just sit there and try to read as much of the books as I could, because we couldn't really afford to buy all the books, but you can read in the bookstore for free.
I never really got into books. I read a few books.
Like, I read more books like that than anything else when I was a kid. And I was really into, what were they called? Karen something? Like Karen, Babysitter Karen? Or Karen.
Not Babysitter's Club? I don't know.
No, it was
Karen.
The Karen Little Sister Karen or something. I don't know.
I don't know. It probably came out. You're younger than me.
So it came out at the same time as the Babysitter's Club, kind of. Like, and she was the little sister to the Babysitter's Club girls.
Karen?
Yeah. They're all graphic novels now.
Trying to see the summary of this book.
Which one is it? The
next one, Zone Trip.
We keep losing
by
our
Kitty
audience.
Turner.
I think we're pausing too long.
Oh, they're sleeping. Normal people are sleeping at this time.
11 o'clock on a Friday is not normal people's sleeping hours.
When you're old. And you're old and you're tired and you've been out laying the heat. And let's see. I'm trying to find a summary of it. That's not a summary. It's so hard to find a summary of these things. Summary. Okay, this is it. In a San Francisco under siege by big tech, Leo leads the Chaos Order's street art war against corporate dominance. When Leo and his 2 closest followers are arrested for sabotaging the X-ray game company, here everything fractures.
So if you're into it,
you read this?
If you're into it like a drama book and like a chase around San Francisco. Is it San Francisco? I'm thinking this book is
I think so. I thought it said Bay Area, but I just lost it. Let me see.
Anyway, I thought the book was fun. The parts of it that I can remember.
Oh, that's not it. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, in a San Francisco under siege by Big Tech, Leo leads the Chaos Order's street art war against corporate dominance. Yeah, so that was it.
I thought it was an interesting read. I'd never ever heard of this book before in my life, but I was surprised and entertained for 3 days by this book. This next Jodi Picoult, I couldn't get into this Jodi Picoult book.
Okay, so this is the one right here. Okay, there's a lot of different covers.
Yeah, they recover things all the time.
I don't get it why I never knew that.
This one I found very boring, but maybe you'll find the summary more interesting than I did.
Okay, Mercy is a 1996 novel by Jodi Picoult that explores love, duty, and morality through the story of two cousins, Jamie and Cameron MacDonald, in a small Massachusetts town. The plot centers on Jamie, who kills his terminally ill wife at her request, and his cousin Cameron, the local police chief, who must arrest him, forcing him to confront his own marriage as an affair develops with his wife's new assistant. The book uses a legal trial to examine complex questions about love, mercy, and the law.
I found the book to be very boring and slow, but Jodi Picoult definitely has some serious Jodi Picoult fans that will say that wasn't the case, but that is so really. I found it so boring, like so boring and overly dramatic, and just like it's trying to make drama where there was no drama, and you're just like, come on, it dragged on forever for me. Oh, Mindy, you have to plug in my phone or something.
Let's see. Okay.
And then this next one, The 9 Lives of Chloe King. I didn't quite get to this on my TBR list.
Okay, there's two books here. So we got
There's volume 1 and volume 2.
Yeah, volume 1 and volume 2, The 9 Lives of Chloe King. Okay, so I guess I can read the book. Okay, so volume 1 says she did her homework and got good grades, but she wasn't afraid to ditch class sometimes to hang out with her best friends. She slept at home, but otherwise avoided all human contact with her mom, the usual stuff. Then she fell from San Francisco's highest tower, and her life changed. For starters, she died, and then she woke up. Now, Chloe's life is anything but normal. Suddenly, guys are prowling around her. She's growing claws, and someone's trying to kill her. Luckily for Chloe, she still has 8 lives to go.
It reminds me of like the Animorphs books when you were kids, crossed with like a Veronica Mars kind of scenario, maybe. I don't know. That's the vibe that I get from it. I might be totally wrong. I have volumes 1 and 2 in this series. If you're looking for something,
that was 1, and here's 2. Let me read the back of this one. She argues with her mother. She occasionally skips class, and she alternately crushes on 2 totally different boys. But Chloe King is by no means your typical teenager. The girl can scale buildings and see in the dark. Sometimes at night, she even likes to leap from rooftop to rooftop. Yes, Chloe has the instincts and ability of a cat, and that makes her unique indeed. It also makes her a wanted woman because the orders of the 10th blade not deal kindly with people like Chloe. It stalks them, preys upon them, and wants many of them, like Chloe, for instance, dead.
So if you like think that sounds interesting or have a child in your life that maybe wants to read something a little bit older but maybe is not ready for like romance or just finds romance boring, but like stuff like Animorphs when they were younger, this might be a good next step book for them. I have both available on iPango, and the current Pango deal is if you spend up to $20 in my shop, you can then tell me what you want to pay for the price of your order, which is a pretty good deal, because that usually is like 4 books in my store. Huh, Mindy?
Well, it depends on the books, yeah.
But like some of them, like these ones.
I just gotta stretch, guys.
Oh, this next one is if you need help with teaching
It's pretty cool.
teaching your child geometry. Like if they're stuck in geometry.
I could have used this last night when my
and-
son's like,
and-
"Help me with my homework." I'm like,
And you need like a refresher. It looks like it'd be pretty straightforward to use.
Yeah, it has a bunch of examples, so that's good. But
And I often look at these kind of books and think they're more for the parents than they are for the children, but because it just kind of gives you like the Cliff Notes version of what they're doing or what they're supposed to be doing in geometry.
yeah, I like those examples. Okay.
But if you're lost and exhausted,
Guess I don't need that
and
description on that one.
don't want to help your child anymore with geometry.
Or times it helps you like get an idea. Like instead of going
Yeah.
and looking it up, you could just probably should be like a glossary back here. Oh, they've got biology, they got chemistry, they got pre-algebra and algebra.